All right, Juan Robles. And I believe this is criminal trial division.
Yes.
All right, so where are we on discovery, counsel?
There are, all the co-bans associated with the case have not been uploaded onto Veripic or e-discovery. The initial contact, as described in the police report, those co-bans are significant as to the allegations of either throwing something out or even a traffic violation.
Okay.
So the prosecutors agreed to obtain those and upload them. And then go from there. She's made an offer.
Mhm.
We're in negotiations for that offer, and I have good communication with Mr. Robles. We talk almost every day.
All right, so other than the co-ban, is there anything else?
As far as I can tell, no, Judge.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, on this one, give me a reset date for 45 days. That should get everybody a chance. And if your attorney wants you brought in sooner, he'll let the court know. All right, so we'll come back on January 30th. And I will have that as a discovery date.
Okay.
All right, is there anything else?
No, ma'am.
All right, once you sign the reset form, you will be excused.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
I've been doing good, Judge. 2 out on bond. You ain't gonna have no problems for me, huh?
All right, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. So do you have employment yet?
No, I'm on full GPS, house arrest.
All right,
Okay.
well, if your attorney comes forward and you all want to do something about employment, I'll consider that.
Okay.
All right,
Thank you.
stay out of trouble.
Wait for me.
All right, Attorney Burke,
Yes. Ready.
we will take you up.
Clock for 10.
No, I was like, why are you here? I thought maybe he was just coming to visit.
Well, he and I got to visit.
Oh, see, that is always good,
Of
right?
course.
All right, court is calling 2024 CR 010655, State versus Lou Vincent Martinez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state
Sandra Roberts for the state.
defense?
Edward Stansberg for the defendant.
All right, and are you Mr. Martinez?
Yes.
All right, counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Martinez, did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney?
Speak up.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney?
I told him about it.
Okay. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes.
All right, counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do read, wait a minute.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented? Yeah. All right, Mr. Martinez, did you review the court admonishments and waivers with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Did you understand you're charged with assault on a family or household member with a previous conviction? That's a third-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you. Did you understand?
Yes.
All right, so here's the thing. I want you to focus and listen, all right? So the state has made you an offer. Do you understand that?
Yes.
I don't have to follow that offer. Do you understand that?
Yes.
If I don't follow your offer and give you something more than you bargained for example, they're offering you deferred adjudication. If I were to say, I'm not giving you deferred adjudication, I'm giving you a conviction, I am not following your agreement and I'm giving you something else than you bargained for, that's more of a punishment. Do you understand?
Yes, yeah.
All right. If I were to do that, you can withdraw your plea. Do you understand?
Okay.
No, do you understand?
Yeah.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. Did you understand?
Yes.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you're giving up those rights?
Yes.
And did you intend to enter into a plea bargain agreement in this case? Did you understand if I were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason you're revoked, I could sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he is currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Martinez, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, absolutely.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, there's a $1,500 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. With an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
With an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to be designated as primary custodial parent. Did you understand?
If you get a divorce, she's gonna be the primary.
Oh, okay.
Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to proceed with this plea?
Yes.
And did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes.
Defense is at the plea.
Yes.
State is at the plea.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
I signed everything and she went over everything with me. So
All right, did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
yes, ma'am.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 3 years. There be 40 hours of community service restitution, no harmful or injurious contact with Deidre Martinez, the BIPP course, TAP evaluation, mental health evaluation, and follow all recommendations. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offense as charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Okay,
We
thank
have
you.
something for you.
All right, thank you.
State's offering his prior it's not a conviction, it was deferred probation for a misdemeanor. And before you even asked for it, we had both said, you offer it and I won't object.
All right.
Okay.
So, State, do you have any evidence to support the defendant's support the defendant's, plea?
Yes. State office states exhibit 1 and all attachments.
No objection.
Court will accept into evidence State's exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing State's exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Please, yes.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
My client is so sorry that this event happened and it'll never happen again. He expresses remorse.
All right, so I have a few questions for you.
Yes, ma'am.
So I read in the police report, I see that there's a request by the state that there be a mental health evaluation.
Yes, ma'am.
So have you been receiving mental health treatment at the jail?
Yeah, I'm taking Zyprexa. That's pretty much it. I've seen the doctors and nurses, but I haven't seen specifically a psychiatrist or.
All right, when you're out of custody, do you have a case manager?
No, I don't. My wife's a disabled vet. She's 100% permanent total, and I'm just still getting on my feet, moving. So pretty soon, I should have somebody. Wait, a case manager?
Yes.
No.
You know, that's somebody to make sure that you take your medications and somebody that you can call and somebody that can sort of a advocate.
No, yeah.
He wants one though.
So what is your history? Are you military or no?
No. I'm gonna be her caregiver. They just changed the law to where she can. I won't be able to be her caregiver. Why not?
I mean, I don't allow that. You're here for an assault and it's assault against her. I understand you were going through a mental health episode, but
Can we? Can we delay that finding and me present you more evidence on what her condition is, what she requires, what he would be required to do?
mhm.
Can you just hold that thought in abeyance and I'm happy to come back with more information?
All right, do y'all want to come back on a different day for sentencing?
No, I want to do sentencing today. He's in jail.
Well, see, the thing about the no harmful or injurious contact,
Yeah.
I don't do that on family violence cases unless I have a chance to speak with the complainant, because I don't know what's going on in the household.
Well, actually, he's going to Haven for Hope when he gets out.
Okay. All right. It's a $1,500 fine. It'll be probated, affirmative finding of family violence, 3 years deferred adjudication, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs. There's to be no contact with Deidre, DEDRA.
But we need to
That-
contact her.
That's my wife.
No, but what I'm saying is, I cannot, and I want you to sort of see it from my perspective, right? If I have somebody who's accused of beating up somebody else,
Keep her.
all right, that doesn't make it, yeah. So you've been accused of assaultive behavior before, and you've been on deferred for that, and it was family violence. I don't know who that was against. All right,
It
so-
was- it was-
Don't talk about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, so now you're before me and there's another assaultive offense. Now, I know the state is saying no harmful or injurious contact, but guess what? I don't know the complainant. I haven't had any discussions with the complainant. The only thing I know is what's in the police report that has been submitted to me. Now, if you all want to go forward with sentencing today, I'm going to order no contact. If the complainant comes in, I can talk to her at another point. But when you leave here today, it's going to be no contact. And if you contact, that's going to be a violation.
You give me your. We'll do it today and I'm gonna file a motion to see you later.
Okay. All right, there's to be no contact with Deidre Martinez.
Even though you're not following our plea agreement, right?
No, I mean, that's outside the plea.
Do you want to make it inside the plea?
I can tell y'all this, y'all put this inside the plea bargain agreement, I'm not going to follow it.
Okay, it's fine.
So,
I'll follow a motion.
all right, so there's to be no contact with Deidre Martinez. The BIPP course. There's to be a TAP evaluation
When we finish.
and a mental health evaluation. That can be done out of custody. Follow recommendations. If for some reason the recommendation is for inpatient treatment, you can bring it back and we'll have a discussion about it. Proof of employment or SSI within 45 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. There's to be field visits 1 time per month for 6 months.
He has kids with his wife.
And what are their ages?
14, 15. I have one that's 18 and one that's 24, 25.
All right. And there's going to be 40 hours of 80 hours of community service restitution.
So I'll file a motion for you to reconsider all those things after I talk to his wife.
Probation, is there anything else?
No, Judge.
Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
Yes, he's gonna get his lawyer to do that for him.
All right, but do you need anything? Because
Yes.
she's not going to be reporting to probation, you are. So is there anything else that you need help with?
No.
All right, and I'm sorry, Bashan, can you refer him to Center for Healthcare Services? All right, thank you. Yeah, Deborah, I'm gonna let Jamisa know you're up in here in Zeta Blue.
I love blue. And you have it on today too.
All right, are the parties ready on Valentino Peralta? All right, court is calling 2000. All right, court is calling 2024 CR 010370, State of Texas versus Valentino Peralta. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Andrew Harris, Salem.
Defense?
Daphne Previty for Sean Brown's office, Judge.
And are you Mr. Peralta? Are you Mr. Peralta? Did you understand you're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 2, 4,400 grams? That's a 2nd-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, If for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. All right, did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea, there's a $1,500 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication. They're taking in consideration 711951. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, is that the plea?
Yes, Judge.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 2 years. There'll be a TAP evaluation and 200 hours of community service restitution. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations? Then to the offense as charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing? All right, anything you want to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, he has changed his friend group since that night, and he's in a committed relationship with a young lady now and trying to do much better. So he's had trouble finding work. So if there's something available, some kind of job counseling through probation, he'd like to avail himself of that as well.
All right. Who is Walter Rueda to you?
That was an old friend of mine. I have no contact to him.
And Albert Mendez. I'm sorry, strike that. That's the, oh yes, Albert Mendez.
Same thing, man.
Ana Alonso
Same thing, man.
and Tobias Juarez.
Same thing, man.
All right, there's to be no contact with Walter Rueda, Rueda, Ana Alonso, Lonso, Albert Mendez, Mendez, and Tobias Juarez. How old are you?
20, man.
How far did you go in school?
I graduated. I graduated 3 months early.
All right, so what are you planning on doing with the rest of your life?
I want to go to trade school for HVAC
Okay.
or either go through the military for it, but my lawyer just told me I might have to get done with probation, then go to the military.
All right, well, if the military accepts you, then I'll consider early termination. You can let them know.
Thank you.
All right, 2 years deferred adjudication. There's to be no contact with the persons previously mentioned, Walter Rueda, Ana Alonso, Albert Mendez, Tobias Juarez. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, TAP evaluation out of custody, follow recommendations, proof of employment within 45 days. There should be plenty of work, seasonal work.
Yes, ma'am.
There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. 200 hours of community service restitution. I'll waive those hours if you obtain a trade school certificate. You say you want to do HVAC. If you complete that program, then it'll be waived. Or if you decide to go to college.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. There's going to be field visits 1 time per month for 3 months.
What is that fine?
Oh, that's probation is going to come out to where you reside.
Okay, yes.
And do you reside by yourself or with someone else?
With my parents.
Okay. All right, probation. Is there anything else? Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No, ma'am.
All right, and I'm sorry, and taking in consideration 711951.
Yeah, approach, Your Honor.
Yes. All right, we can go off the record. You're gonna have to be very careful in your life with who you hang out with, all right? And this, okay, in this court, to be successful on probation, communication is key. If there's an issue, let your probation officer know about it. If you feel they're not addressing it, you can always come back to court. You understand? All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All
You
right,
have a great
Norman,
day.
can you have him zoom back in? Tell him we're ready for him. Dumbass. All right, everyone, we have a large docket today. These are the rules. You need to follow these rules. If you don't follow the rules, things are going to get difficult. Attorneys, if you have someone in custody, they need to be out here, request them. Once you request them, do not leave the courtroom because we have a limited number of inmates that can be brought out for security reasons. With regards to the files, just grab your file and place it on the prosecutor's table. So for example, if attorney John Doe puts his file down on the prosecutor's table, and then the next person who puts their file down is April Doe, what you need to do is you need to just slide your file so it will be number 2 for the prosecutors. Then have a seat. They are going to go in the order of appearance. They're going to read your file. Once you have discussed with the prosecutor, once you have conferred with your client, then you're ready to approach the court. Just let the clerk know they're going to put your file here. I'm going to call you in the order of appearance. If you have someone who wishes to speak to the court in a language other than English, for whatever reason, we need an interpreter. Just ask the clerks, let them know we need an interpreter. Does everyone understand the rules? Let's follow these rules and things will go smoothly. All right, you may confer. Ethan Rosales. Hello.
Morning, Judge. I conferred with Megan on this one. I got hired last week. It's set for a plea bargain deadline, but I don't think he's reviewed any discovery, and I need to file motions to sever because 2 co-defendants have pending murder and capital murder charges.
Okay. All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a 30-day reset and counsel on this date. Whatever severance you need to file will need to be.
It'll be done by then.
All right. All right, we'll come back on January 14th. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court. Once you sign the reset form, you'll be excused.
Yes, ma'am, thank you.
All right, thank you.
I'll be- And Judge, on the Audriel guy, the one that's getting transferred, I'm not quite sure what to do. I don't know if anything
Oh,
Michael was
Ms.
gonna do.
Ferguson, no, and if
Okay.
it's supposed to be transferred, it will get transferred.
Okay, thank you.
And Norma, you said January 14th, correct? We can put it down as discovery, but defense is to file motion for severance as well.
You can sit in the front row.
There's no seats up there.
Everyone needs to have a seat. If you have to squeeze in like you're in church, squeeze in. If not, family members wait outside and we'll get you when your family member is up in front of the judge. Sorry.
John Carlos Cisneros Armstrong.
Your Honor, do you have the notice from the probation?
Let me see if it's.
That's what we were waiting for. It just came yesterday.
Yes. All right.
I got a hard copy if you want it.
Oh, I'll go on the email.
Also, I do have a letter from the family, his father, with regards to the moving in.
Okay. So I believe he's on probation with family violence, correct?
He is, but CTD as usual is stepping in on this.
Oh, okay. All right, thank you. So did you read, the court had some questions because I wanted to know what the treatment provider was saying to get their input. So it appears that the treatment provider said that he has done some classes and that they are in agreement with him moving in with his family with the following conditions that are set forth in the letter, which is he remain in good standing with probation in the treatment program, contact with his siblings and the newborn child. Once the child arrives, he must be supervised by an adult family member or his girlfriend, and no contact with any other minors. Complete the polygraph scheduling 2025 and complete the chaperone contract. And so your parents and your girlfriend, they're going to have to participate in the chaperone training. If they do not participate in that, or if they don't follow through, then you're going to have to move out. And I know that some of this is dependent upon them, but those are the rules. You understand?
Yes. And Your Honor, the girlfriend is present and she's nodding and understanding at this.
All right. So State, do you have any objections with the recommendation from the treatment provider?
No.
All right. Then what we'll do is I will order him, Miss Abrams.
Yes, Judge.
He's allowed to live in his parents' homes, but he's to meet all of the conditions that are listed in the letter provided by Officer Cruz. And there are 6 conditions.
Okay, George.
And you have a copy of that, correct?
It's her, I have.
Those conditions as a condition or just one condition encompassing all?
I'm sorry, just 1 second. The printer started. All right, what did you say?
You want one of those conditions to be an actual condition or one condition to encompass all of those mandates?
1 condition to encompass all of those. So if you fall out of compliance, there's not going to be any question immediately. You're going to have to move out. You understand?
I understand.
All right. Is there anything you do not understand? All right. Anything else from either side?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. Could I have that document, please? That was just printed out. Oh, counsel. I reviewed the letter. Did you want the letter back? Okay.
Judge, if you want to keep it in the file though.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All righty. John, take care of yourself.
My problem is I've spent so many years not taking care of myself
Yeah.
that it's catching up with me.
Well, Mom and I will send our prayers.
I appreciate it.
All right.
Yesterday.
Oh, it was awesome.
When you meet this time?
Yeah, it was fantastic. Yeah.
Saw your text later on.
All right. Is there Deshauna Robinson here? If you'll come forward. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Your attorney is out for a family issue.
Yes, ma'am.
So we're going to reset you. Miss Ferguson, can you reset her in late February, please?
Yes, ma'am. So do I just step over here to?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
What date?
I can do February 24th.
All right. We'll come back on February 24th. All right. Florinda Baron.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning.
Ms. Barron has been accepted into the PTD program. We just signed the agreement, which
Okay.
I'll turn in.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a PTD date for Baron.
January. I'll put that one on January 27th.
All right, so it'll be January 27th. Counsel, of course, if the case is dismissed, she won't need to appear.
Thank you.
Just remain in the courtroom, and once she signs the reset form, she's excused.
Wait, just wait.
Is the attorney on De La Rosa back? Ray De La Rosa? Samuel Bach.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Very hectic today.
Oh, it is. You know, it's attorneys want things at the last minute. I know family members are calling at the last minute, so we're trying to accommodate. All right. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court, but you always do. So my understanding is you're requesting a jury trial. And have you received all discovery?
We have.
All right. So your plea deadline date has expired. The court will not consider any plea bargain agreements without good cause. Otherwise, you have to plead open to the court. Do you understand? All right. So jury trial date?
We did. It was August 5th is what we've been given by Norma and agreed upon by the state.
All right. If you all can make sure, she just stepped out in the door, I think, to talk to somebody. If y'all will make sure that the acknowledgement of the discovery has been complete, once you sign the reset form, you're excused. Thank you. You're welcome.
I think it has been.
Is the attorney? Yoshio De La Cruz?
Morning.
Morning, your attorney, your client needs to come up. And then after that, it's going to be Valle. So you're on this side. Are you with the state?
No, I'm with the fence.
All right, so you're on this side. All right.
Is this for Oriente? Or you?
Yoshio De La Cruz.
Sorry.
Oh, that's not you. All right, thank you. I mean, everybody wants to answer for other people's charges. All right, where's Yoshio De La Cruz?
I'm not sure, Your Honor, just something like that.
All right, who's the attorney for Yoshio Leonel De La Cruz?
Yes, Oriente.
They're not ready on that.
All right.
Valle. Julio Smith.
Present, Your Honor. Would you like Mr. Smith up here?
Yes. And counsel, you're on this side. Hello, Mr. Smith. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court. All right, so where are we? This is the final date for discovery.
So this is a case that was transferred to me, and I know that the state is the state, Your Honor, but I am asking for one more discovery setting. So defense had been asking for some videos that the complainant is alleged to have. I'm not sure if they exist or if she has them. Tony had made a meeting with her to come in, but she was unable to come in due to a family crisis. We've been in communication with her counselor this morning, and we're looking to bring her in today so that we can get a final answer whether the videos exist, and if they do, get them in our possession to turn them over. There are some photos that are in the file
Everyone, please whisper.
that they've requested, that they've had a chance to inspect in the file, but will be uploaded today so that they can have them in their possession and all.
How much time are you asking for?
Because I would just ask for one final, if you could give us like in the new year, like the 6th, maybe, January 6th, and I should be able to provide an answer to then answer the court.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, set this for a final discovery date the week of January 20th. Of course, not on the 20th, that's a holiday.
I can get the 23rd.
All right, the 23rd. So I'm giving you more time than you've asked for. And I'm gonna note that you've been given more time than asked for. So all of the discovery should be resolved by then. Is there anything else, defense?
Your Honor, could we ask that the state request, because the videos we're talking about come from the complainant's phone.
Mhm.
And so we know we've got at least one video from her phone, but then we know there's at least one video not. So we would ask that they inquire of her when they meet with her, because we need to get all the videos, so if they could make a sort of an inquiry of her. Do you have any other videos, so that we can come to court at some point and say, these are all the videos outstanding or produced?
All right, you all will need to discuss that amongst yourself. What I'm telling everybody, your last discovery date, because this has been going on since August, your last discovery date is January 23rd. All right, so once you sign the reset form, you are excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, thank you. All right, who's here on Jamerion, Tyrese, Marquise Greer?
Your Honor. Morning, Judge.
Good morning. How's it going? Good. You're in the festive mood with the tie. I like it.
Trying.
All right, where are we on discovery?
This is our very first setting, Your Honor. Ag assault. There's also a co-defendant who's in custody. A lot of discovery I need to keep on reviewing. We've got GSR, we've got ballistics to still go through. So we're asking for a reset today for that purpose. I talked to Mr. Garahan, and he understands I need to go through a bunch of stuff, so.
All right, Ms. Jason, on Greer, do you know if all of the discovery is uploaded? It's an ag assault.
But I did talk to Billy all about it. I could check.
All right, so then I'll set you, because I know we have capital murders coming up. I'm gonna set you for discovery in February.
Sure.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, if I can have a February date for Greer for discovery.
The 13th.
All right,
That'll work.
day before Valentine's. It'll help you remember your wife.
It'll be the whole focus of my month of February, Judge.
All right, once you sign the reset form, you are excused. Thank you for dressing
Oh,
appropriately.
Judge, last thing.
Yes.
He's on a GPS monitor right now. He can't afford to make his payments. What would the court suggest about waiving his GPS fee?
I'll ask that the fees be waived. Let me just tell you what's gonna happen. I'm gonna receive a notice that I have no authority to request that fees be waived, but I'll ask that they defer the fees at least, and we'll go from there. And if there's something else that happens, just let the court know.
Is that something I need to file a motion for? Or?
Oh, no, I'm gonna put in here, Marco, on Greer, or maybe you should write it out in order form as well. Just write it on a sheet of paper. Waive the GPS fees or either defer payment. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You want an order on that?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Oh, she gave me February 13th.
I'll ask for this. It's like you, there's a fun.
Yeah. And Mr. DeLeon,
This judge.
your client, is he on full house arrest or no?
Not sure. Not sure.
Can you find out? Because I'll allow him to work.
Okay.
There's a lot of seasonal work going on during the holidays.
Absolutely. Mr. Mauer knows all about that.
I'm gonna go sweep his front walk and then do his yard later.
Oh, okay. Well, I would ask you all to come do mine, but I'm not allowed to do that. All right, is the attorney here on De La Rosa? Ray De La Rosa. Hello.
I'm present.
All right, Ray De La Rosa. Hello.
I'm present.
All right, Ray De La Rosa, where is he? All right, you received all discovery?
No, I have not, Your Honor.
What is missing from discovery?
I had dropped off a thumb drive. A pretty healthy size thumb drive. I haven't received a discovery. I dropped off on the 5th floor.
When was that dropped off?
That was dropped off like a day after we had, like, I think it was like a day after we had the first time that we were here.
All right, State, are you able to call upstairs and see?
I spoke with my paralegal and actually just spoke with the 5th floor receptionist. We couldn't find that pin drive. So what we can do is we can transfer the evidence to CDs. That way he can have access to them. Normally, it's my practice. I like to have the pin drive myself so I can at least hold it. But in this case, there was a middle person. I can't locate it at the moment.
All right.
I can make sure that I get the evidence as soon as possible, maybe within a day or two.
Okay.
Your Honor, the last time I was given the CDs, they weren't complete. And that's why I dropped off the thumb drive. And I can get him another thumb drive tomorrow morning.
All right. So what we'll do is, Norma, on De La Rosa, if you recall this back the week of January 6th for discovery.
January 6th, Your Honor. Thank you.
Yes. All right.
May my client and I be excused?
Once he signs the reset form. Where's your client? Come down, please. All right, so where are we on discovery with
It's
this?
the same issue that Mr. DeLeon had. I have
Are
the
you all
code.
co-defendants?
Yes, so I'm asking if possible, we can get the February 13th date as well.
Yes.
So there's a lot to review, so.
All right, Norma, on Bryan Pena, we'll bring him back on February 13th as well. All right, do you have any questions about anything? How old are you?
21.
Okay. All right,
Thank you, Your Honor.
you're welcome.
Thank you, Judge.
Ray De La Rosa?
Johnny De La Rosa. All right, State, were you able to tender an offer?
Well, Judge, today was discovery deadline. The discovery's been uploaded.
Yeah, it's supposed to be, all discovery is supposed to be received, and then State is the tender and offer. And then I was gonna set it for a plea deadline date.
I haven't looked at the video. If you can give me like maybe 3 weeks, if I can come back.
All right, this is what we'll do. You all will have to confer off docket for an offer.
Will do.
All right, and I can set it for the end of January if you all would like.
Be great. Yes, ma'am.
All right, Miss Ferguson on De La Rosa, I need a date for the end of January for plea deadline date.
1:30?
All right, is that good for you, counsel?
Yes, Judge.
And is that enough time?
Yes, ma'am, it should be.
All right. All right, we'll bring you back on January 30th. Do you have any questions about anything? All right,
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Oh, Merry Christmas.
Good morning.
Good morning. How's it going?
Super. I was just telling somebody it's my last case of the day, week, month, and year right here.
Oh, awesome. Now, have you just jinxed it? I don't know.
Probably.
But it may be good. Maybe somebody's going to walk in and say, I have $1 million. Will you please represent me? And help me get a ball.
Like 2 now. Inflation.
Yeah. All right. So where are we on discovery?
We have discovery, we have an offer that we are strongly considering. We may fine tune it a little bit. We give us, it have been generously welcome to leaving the offer open one more setting. Today is our first setting.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, can I have a 1-month setting for a plea deadline date? All right, January 16th?
Is that a Friday, Judge?
No.
Okay. I wash my hair on Fridays.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Thank you.
Judge, you have a good holiday.
All right, you too.
Okay, got
Gonna go right through Louisiana on Saturday.
Oh, what part?
No, we're go on our way to Florida.
Oh,
We're gonna Lake Charles for steak dinner at one ribs.
oh, hey. So what are you doing in Florida?
My in-laws live in Lee, Florida, in between Tallahassee and Lake Charles. Right off I-10.
Awesome. Well, safe travels.
So 6.
We're gonna spend more time traveling than we are there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
Thank you,
traveling
Judge.
is great as long as you don't say, oh, we need to be by this, to this place by this time, if you just enjoy it.
Yeah, the only one.
And
we only have
you said
that
there's
one,
another one?
But we're leaving ourselves, leaving an 8 hour. We're giving ourselves 8 hours to travel.
That's the
4
name of the
hours.
planet?
Okay, that's awesome. Have a good
Have a
one.
great
Be safe out there. Fernando Hernandez.
one.
All right, so I'm assuming on this, there are no more unindicted cases. Have all the cases been indicted?
Since the last setting, Judge, there were 2 unindicted cases, one has been indicted and the second one has not been indicted. Today we have tendered a global offer that would resolve all of the cases. And that's the status quo we're at, Judge.
All right. And I'm assuming he's already spoken to an immigration attorney?
He spoke to him yesterday, Your Honor, that I interviewed. And I don't have the report yet, but he did talk to me verbally on the phone, looking after. I spoke to my client today about it. And I just need one more reset to,
All
he
right.
wants to hire an immigration attorney also.
All right, Norma, set this for a plea deadline date, the week of January 6th. All right, January 9th is going to be your plea deadline date. You'll need to let the court know whether or not you're accepting the state's offer on that date. Do you understand?
Uh-huh.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Maybe excuse afterwards.
Yes.
Time to change flowers.
Enrique Hernandez. All right, this is Criminal Trial Division.
It is, Your Honor.
And has an offer been received?
No, Your Honor, we were here on a discovery compliance hearing. I have not been able to access discovery through e-discovery. I've spoken with the prosecutor. He is kind enough to download the state's discovery onto a thumb drive, and he's doing so this morning, Your Honor.
Okay.
I will be able to view discovery.
I apologize for interrupting. I am trying. Right now, it seems like attempting to do so is crashing my system.
Okay.
And I've spoken with the state. It's my understanding the state has no issue leaving the thumb drive at the 4th floor window for me to pick up. Between now and the next court date, I will be able to view discovery and speak with the state about any possible plea offers.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, if you can recall this the week of January 6th, please. Is January 7th?
I will be here January 7th, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Is there any questions?
No.
All right, once you sign the reset form, you're excused. Yes. All right, thank you.
Thank you for your time, Judge.
You too.
No problem.
Yoshio de la Cruz, who's the
Present.
attorney?
Present, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. So today we're here for discovery.
We are, Judge. I believe that we are in possession of complete discovery from the state. The only outstanding issue that I had was looking at the NCIC, TCIC for the complaining witness, and I've just received the state's file. I will be able to complete that today.
All right, and did they tender an offer to you?
They have not yet tendered an offer, Judge.
All right, Norma, so we'll recall this as well for January 7th, since you're gonna be here.
Yes, Judge.
All right, thank you for addressing appropriately for court. Do you have any questions? All right, well, we'll see you then.
Your Honor, I appreciate the court's time.
All right, thank you. Have a good one.
Give you Merry Christmas, Your Honor.
You too.